War Zone, WCW Nitro, live on TNT. And we're coming to you from Winston-Salem, a capacity crowd on hand. We have a new World Television Champion. You'll see him in action. The Road Warriors take on the Nasty Boys and the highly anticipated, much talked about six-man double strap match. You're gonna see it all here tonight. You're gonna see it live on the #1, the hottest wrestling program each and every week right here on TNT. I'm Eric Bischoff, Steve McMichael, Pepe, and of course Bobby the Brain Heenan, and we do have a hot one tonight, Heenan.
Oh, we do. Talk about lumberjacks all around the ring. They all got straps. 6 men in the ring, they all got straps. This is gonna be one beating nobody's gonna like.
This is a prelude to Uncensored. We'll be talking a lot more about that, but you've got Hulk Hogan, you've got the Booty Man, you got the Macho Man Randy Savage, lumberjacks all around the ring, straps. This one is gonna be a little exciting, Mongo.
Well, earlier in the year, Hulk Hogan, the Dungeon of Doom was getting the best of him, baby. You just gotta admit that. But now he's got some help, and now he's got some leather straps. And for all you little kiddies that's never been behind that woodshed and your daddy pounding on you, you're gonna find out what it's like. They're gonna get whipped tonight, my friend. I promise you that.
You're gonna find out what it's like WCW style, but right now, let's get down to the ring. Hacksaw Jim Duggan making his way to the ring, and I'll tell you what, Duggan has got his work cut out for him. Duggan is stepping into the ring with the Giant, without question, the biggest man in this sport today, bar none.
You know something, Bischoff? He's probably the biggest man in any sport, bar none. Over 7'4", 400 and some odd pounds. There's nobody bigger.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, my friend. If you were watching this Saturday, the Giant tried to come in on that. They had a few straps in the ring Saturday. The Giant come walking down the aisle. Jim Duggan jumps up in his face, and he beat him to the dressing room. Stomped him into the dressing room. And I hope the same thing happens tonight.
Well, we're going to find out, of course. As we know, Hacksaw Jim Duggan from that long line of Irish tape fist champions. We'll be talking about that in just a minute, but get a load of this athlete. There is no question. You wonder why they say WCW, where the big boys play? There's one, just one of the reasons right there. 7 foot 4 inches plus, 440 pounds, without question, one of the biggest, most powerful men in this sport on this planet.
Oh, folks, you've got to see this guy in person to appreciate how humongous he is. Because Jimmy Hart is no small man. And look at him. He looks like a munchkin standing next to him.
By small man.
Well,
in some ways, he's
I didn't
a very
say small
man.
mind, but the Weasel would have more to say about that than me.
Well, you know, Duggan's the kind of a guy, he likes to tape his fist. He'll tape him any chance he gets. He'll knock you down. He'll pick you up. He'll hit you again.
Oh,
and he'll cheap shot you.
He is taking care of business, and he is hammering away on this Giant. And you talk about a guy who is not a small man. You're talking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This guy who used to play for the Atlanta Falcons, using those shoulders very effectively. But right now, to absolutely no avail, this man is too big, too strong, and just too powerful.
He's just having no effect on the Giant. I think he was kind of peeved off on Saturday that Duggan might have got the best of him down the aisle.
Well, you know, Duggan's a 300-pound man. He's 6'4", but he looks like an average guy. He looks like Bob Newhart, a guy about 5'7", 160 pounds, compared to this massive man, the Giant. Look at the size of this man. Wow. Look at Duggan. He's running for cover. He don't know if he's...
Look at him.
Forget it.
300-plus pounds and catches him in midair.
Oh! Tear him apart. And he's led by Jimmy Hart, the mastermind here at WCW. He can't beat him on the floor. Get him in that ring.
Just drove his spine into that metal post. Unbelievable.
Steps over that top rope.
We've got something going on at ringside. I'm not sure what it is. Just on the action here, the Giant now hammering away. on Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. Duggan's in trouble here. A thundering forearm, and then Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, up. Big right hand into the midsection.
Keep pounding on him, Giant.
Wait a minute,
Don't
wait
let
a
him
minute.
up.
Pillman, it looks like Brian Pillman down at... Hold on, I'm going down. Oh, get him. Get him there.
What's going on here?
I don't know where Bischoff's
There goes
going.
Eric. There goes Bischoff.
Keep a camera on him. Somebody follow him. I want to know what's going on here.
The Giant's got a bear hug on him. He's trying to get a submission out of... I don't know if he can do that out of Hacksaw.
But look what's going on there at ringside behind Jimmy Hart. Eric Bischoff's at ringside. Brian Pillman. I can't see from my
What is
vantage
this? I
point.
can't see. I'm in the monitor here. Are they actually going toe-to-toe down there?
Looks like he's being escorted out of here by some security. I'm not really sure what's going on yet.
Back to the match. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan in trouble.
I'm glad you got all that taken care of, brother. He's about to get a submission out of him. Oh, no, look at Hacksaw's eyes.
Squeeze him.
He's
Come
used
on.
to adversity. Go ahead. There you go.
Fighting him right on the beak.
Bite his nose off and he'll look like a skull on a skeleton.
Come on, Giant. Don't waste any time with him. Jimmy, get him geared up. Get him ready. Because you can't let Duggan get to his feet. The last thing you want Duggan to do is start throwing those right hands and left hands. Oh!
Well, I got to tell you one thing right now. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, he's got his work cut out for him, as we said, but I'm going to bring this up right now. Jim Sr., we're talking about Jim Duggan Sr. I want to say special hello to him. I know he's recuperating right now. Big, devastating elbow to the top of the chest. And wow.
Yeah, Jim Duggan's dad, I hear, is in the hospital. He broke his hip, was a police chief in Glens Falls, New York. And you know how he hurt his hip? He was reaching for a glazed donut, and he fell and broke his hip.
I hope you get out of this arena alive. You know you have to have people escort you out, and there ain't no police officers going to do it now.
Well, Mr. Duggan, if you're watching, move over in the bed because Sonny may be coming to visit you.
There he goes. He's going to put the football. Oh, yes!
There he goes, and he takes this 7-foot, 4-inch, 440-pound behemoth right out of the ring. You say what you will about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This man is tough, and he is proving it right here. And it looks to me like he wants to tape up that fist and really get it done here on Nitro.
Well, he pulled tape out of his trunks. He wants to tape both those fists to make them rock solid hard. That's the only thing. That's probably the only thing he can do to survive in there with this man, the Giant.
Just take that tape roll and gouge him in the eye with it. You don't got to roll up your fist with it.
A whip into the ropes, and then the big man catches Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and he is putting the bear hug on him hard. Duggan trying to create some daylight, some space between him and this mountain of a human being. And the crowd getting into the matchup. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan unleashes a series of right hands. A headbutt into the face, but did you see that?
I was just fixing to say, I hope he's not foolish enough to try to headbutt that noggin.
Well, every time Duggan uses his head, that's what happens. He winds up on his butt on the floor. What's he going for now? He's trying to find something. He's lost. He does not know what to do with this Giant.
I tell you what, he gets that fist taped up.
He's pulling up the duct tape off the floor they taped the cord down with.
Well, that's illegal. He shouldn't do that. It's the same as using an object, a chair, a table, anything like that. He should be disqualified.
Look at that! The Giant picks up the referee like a bookend, sets him off to the side as Hacksaw unleashes 3 right hands. Can he take this monster? Oh! He does! He does!
But does the referee see what he has in his hand?
And he's not doing anything about it. He has given Duggan carte blanche to do whatever he wants. Stop him right now.
Listen to this crowd.
There you
They're
go.
into the contest.
I love
Jimmy
it.
Hart trying to grab a hold of the tape, and he reels him in like the fish he is.
Go ahead and give him some medicine, Duggan.
Come on, referee, put a stop to this. Oh!
He gave the weasel a whack.
Oh, Duggan just walked into a monstrous palm wrapped around his throat.
Yes, sir.
One,
Yes.
I haven't seen anybody get up from that yet.
And they don't.
You cannot escape that choke slam. This guy has got a hand like a 63 Chevy car door. He slams that thing on you. There's nowhere to go but up in the air and down hard. And let's get another look, brought to you by Pep Boys, America's Automotive Super Center.
I'll tell you something, Bischoff. I have never seen Hacksaw Jim Duggan. All the years I've seen this man in the ring manhandled like he has been. Here's Duggan right now pulling Jimmy Hart, an innocent man, into the ring. The Giant's got him by the throat. Up he goes, and down he goes.
Oh.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan manhandled by the biggest man in pro sports today, walking the face of the earth, the Giant.
That is your Power Pin of the Week, brought to you by Pep Boys. And we have got a lot more action, and I mean way more action, right after this timeout.
You gotta hand it to
take
Hart.
a quick break.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall. Introducing team number one.
The heck is this?
I know that V-twin sound.
Wait a minute, this is supposed to be... This is supposed to be the Nasty Boys.
Don't look like the Nasty Boys to me.
Well, they look pretty nasty on those motorcycles.
Wait, I am getting word as we speak. The Nasty Boys being attended to. They're out of their way, out of here with medical assistance that were supposed to face the Road Warriors. And I want to know who did that.
Well, it was either Road
What
Warriors.
in the world? The Steiner Brothers.
Talk about an entrance. Steiner Brothers showing up here on Nitro on those big, bad Harley Davidsons. And the Nasty Boys are on their way to the hospital in a meat wagon.
Wait a minute, who did it? The Road Warriors or the Steiner Brothers?
Well, checking for paint.
Well, if the Nasty Boys got tire tracks up their back, it's pretty obvious who did it. What I want to know is who gets the Harleys and who wins the match.
And here comes what is apparently their opponents, the Road Warriors, to take on the Steiner Brothers.
Here they come.
This one is wild.
Well, the Road Warriors said they're going to take on all comers.
Well, you're not kidding about that. They'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, and it's going to happen right here.
We are wound up here, and we still have the six-man double strap match to go. What a night on Nitro, and we'll be back. Wow, right after this. This is unbelievable.
Some good-looking Harleys.
Can't believe it.
All right, we are back live, and we are back with a hot one. And I mean, this is one of the hotter Nitros we have had since the beginning of this effort, and we still have the six-man double strap match, Lumberjacks all the way around the ring. Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Big Brother Brody in there with the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and the Taskmaster. But right now, we have got hot tag team action coming your way. Rick and Scott Steiner stepping in for the Nasty Boys, or possibly eliminating the Nasty Boys. We're going to try to find out more on that, but regardless of what happened backstage inside of the ring, it is now the Road Warriors and the Steiner Brothers going at it.
You know, the Steiner Brothers mean business. They always have. Former tag team champions, known all around the world. Two big, powerful men from the University of Michigan. Know how to wrestle, know how to fight. Very strong men. But the Road Warriors, those are two guys that have never lost a fight, a street fight of any kind. This is going to be one great match.
If the Steiners think they're just going to step in here, ride up on their Harleys, and get in the ring and beat around on the Road Warriors, they got another thing coming. They Well, I guess that answered my question right there.
Wow!
Well, when you got wrestling knowledge and you have all that strength and power they have, they're very, very hard to beat.
You were talking about double tough here. The Steiner Brothers, make no mistake about it, and this is, like they say, where the big boys play.
They don't get any bigger.
Hawk in a lot of trouble here as he gets set up on that top turnbuckle. Like I said, in case you just joined us, earlier on, you saw the Giant, Hacksaw Jim Duggan going at it. Hacksaw Jim Duggan going after the big man. And right now it is Hawk going after Scott Scott Steiner. And you know, a lot of people talked about the ring rust on the Road Warriors. We have not seen the Steiner Brothers together in a long time. Did you see him go down? He went down hard as the Road Warriors preparing for that big Chicago street fight coming up at WCW Uncensored. Who is their opponents? We know Sting's in there. Unfortunately, for Sting at least, we don't know who his partner is, thanks to Jimmy Hart and Lex Luger. Luger opened his big mouth, got he and Sting in the Chicago street fight, and because of a technicality on the part of Jimmy Hart, which we've seen before, Luger's not going to be there. Sting's flying solo at this point. Hopefully we'll find out this weekend who his partner will be in Uncensored.
Well, a lot of people are talking about maybe Luger deserted his partner, Sting. Luger's upset because he has to be in this match. Jimmy Hart has power of attorney. It's all legal. It's all done and paid for and talked about. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Forget it. It's going to happen, Sting. Just wait and find out who your partner's going to be.
Luger's tickled pink not to be in that match. You saw it when they made it up. He started backpedaling faster than a cat covering up on marble, baby. He didn't want to be in that thing. Street fight, the only street fight he's ever been in is when his poodle got in a fight with some old lady in the park.
Power body slam by Animal as he takes on Rick Steiner, and then follows it up with a drop kick in for a big, powerful man. That was a perfectly executed, well-timed drop kick. Make no mistake about it, no ring rust on the Road Warriors. They are really launching an attack here on the Steiner Brothers, who I think anybody might have to admit is possibly the one of the most technically gifted tag teams in the sport. But you got a lot of power in the Road Warriors.
There they go. That's what the Steiners better do all night. They're gonna have to resort to some extreme measures, baby, because the Road Warriors are just gonna keep coming. It's hard to beat these boys down.
Well, wipe your glasses and clear your eyes, because it's not often you see the Road Warriors manhandled like this.
Man alive! And manhandled they are at this point. Scotty Steiner now coming in. He takes a tag from Rick Steiner. Scotty Steiner taking Animal into the ropes. Off the ropes he comes, and does he get it? Oh, man alive!
Well, one good thing, he won't hurt his haircut.
We are seeing some textbook wrestling moves tonight, baby. This is absolutely magnificent.
I don't see any ring rust in that ring on anybody.
This is, without question, one of the hardest hitting tag team matchups we have seen. Neither team letting off even a little here. This has been non-stop, hard-hitting power move after power move from the beginning. Tag is made.
Don't think the Steiners aren't ready. Look at them. I've watched them wrestle since I was a youngster, baby. These guys came out, and I don't think I've ever seen them this powerful before.
Why is he wearing earmuffs? It's a little nippy here, but he doesn't need to have earmuffs. He's going to wish he had a helmet on when the Road Warriors get done with these two.
Reminiscent of their collegiate days.
Well, he doesn't want to get cauliflower ears, because you don't want to mess up that mug any more than it already is.
Wow.
There's 4 faces in there you couldn't hurt. Only 4 faces in there a mother could love.
Still to come, 6-man double strap main event. Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the Booty Man in there with a team that I know they can't wait to get their hands on.
The world
Ric
champion.
Flair, we're in his backyard. Arn Anderson and the Taskmaster. This one has been a war that has been brewing. Boot to the side of the head. And now we're seeing a little edginess in the Road Warriors.
But remember this strap match coming up. The ring is going to be surrounded by lumberjacks. 20, 25 wrestlers in lumberjack shirts with straps, with belts. Who knows what's going to happen?
And you don't want to get thrown outside that ring with those boys out there, do you, Bob?
You know, and earlier today, they moved ringside back 6 feet. They pushed all the chairs back. They moved the rails back. I think the people here at WCW know exactly what's going to happen. Somebody is going to the hospital.
Well, keep your head down around those guardrails, because those belts are going to be flying, baby. Now, I don't want any fans to be getting hit in the head.
This one is going to be wild. Whatever you do, do not leave your sets, because we don't know when this one is going to end. When our main event will start, we know that regardless of how this thing goes, we've got to cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out. We are going to stay with you tonight, because this is some of the hottest action you are going to find anywhere. Double strap, 6 men who absolutely despise each other going at it in the center of the ring with lumberjacks all around. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. A prelude to WCW Uncensored, and that is one of the most vicious crossface maneuvers you will see anywhere.
I'll tell you, the tag team competition here is so hot and heavy here at WCW. They're coming in from all over. They came here tonight on motorcycles. Everyone is ready for where the big boys play.
I want to find out what happened to the Nasty Boys. This reminder is both men are down. WCW Uncensored coming your way. Man versus woman. Colonel Rob Parker takes on Medusa. The Chicago Street Fight. The U.S. title on the line between Eddie Guerrero and Conan. And the big Doomsday Match. 4 cages as Hogan has to fight his way through Arn Anderson, the Taskmaster, Lex Luger, and Ric Flair. And look at this. We've got a war going on here, and this is just a taste of what Uncensored is going to look like.
Look at this. We might go long tonight because a match like this, who's going to wear out who first, baby? Because you ain't going to beat the other guy senseless.
Sting, you better be watching this because those men right now, the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, are the men you're going to have to meet in the Chicago Street Fight. Sting, you better have a partner. You better have 11 partners. You better call a SWAT team.
It is 2-on-1 here.
Oh!
Running assisted clothesline here. And Animal in control.
Beginning at the end.
This could be a bad night for the Steiner Brothers. Were they ready for this contest? Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
I don't see how he's going to get up from that.
1, 2, and assist.
Well, he couldn't have got up without the help of his brother Scott. He's out on his feet.
Well,
I'll tell you, Road Warriors take you over backwards. How coming off that top rope, you just don't pop right up to your feet.
Irish whip into the guardrail outside of the ring.
There's
Animal in trouble here. He went right after his back. Belly to back suplex inside of the ring.
Scott Steiner just signaled he wants to go upstairs.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
They're going to give him a taste of his own medicine here.
No. Big right hand. And now Hawk takes advantage of the delayed reaction here by Scott.
Oh!
Scott Steiner coming up the top rope. We've got a really unpredictable situation here. Referee is going to have to fight to get some control in here. You got all 4 men in the ring.
One right after the other, they're just taking massive shots. Blows to the head.
They're coming off that second rope, off the top rope. Everybody is standing. They haven't sat down since the Steiners came out here on those double Harley Davidsons. The people are standing. The Road Warriors are the only ones that are barely standing. So are the Steiners barely standing. And it's not over yet.
All 4 men showing the wear and tear here. Heavy blows delivered. Oh! Frankensteiner, textbook Frankensteiner won. And an assist again by Hawk.
The referee's lost control here. He don't know what to do. I'm not even sure who the legal man is yet.
How does Animal even get up from that? That's unbelievable.
Again, you've got a 2-on-1 situation here. Wait a minute. He's got something in his hand.
He's got that spike forearm pad in his hand, baby.
Oh!
Good
He
night.
nailed him. He nailed him. Cheap shot maneuver.
He's going to drink a glass of water and there's going to be squirting out of his cheek tonight, baby.
Cheap shot maneuver by the Road Warriors. Surprising, but this was a battle for survival as these guys get ready for the street fight.
What I tell you, Bischoff, extreme measures, and the Road Warriors just took it a little further.
Sometimes you have to do what you just have to do. Wow.
What a match. What a night.
Look at this.
There's Animal. He's hunting for something. Something sharp, something with a spike, something heavy. He found what he likes. Rick Steiner comes off that top rope on Hawk. Right there, right to the mush, right between the eyes. Animal catches Rick Steiner. Those ear flaps didn't help you at all, did it, pal? On top, Hawk. For the 1, for the 2, and for the 3. Your winner, the Legion of Doom, on to the street fight in Chicago.
They didn't win it pretty, but they won it. Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund. Looks like he might be ready for us.
All right, Eric, I don't know if I'm ready or not, but I'll tell you, I could not believe what I saw. I'm sure the replay is going to show something. Scotty, what's your sense of what just happened here?
You know, Mean Gene, we've been hunting the Road Warriors for 4 years now, and we left the United States because we were waiting for the Road Warriors to wrestle us. Well, now that we're in WCW, we're coming here for the Road Warriors And the way you won tonight, Road Warriors, is a disgrace. While you remember this day.
Wait a minute, Scott, I'm going to interrupt you.
Because you set the tempo, you set the tone, and the way I see it, you have a problem with us. It starts with us and ends with us.
Okay, the point I'm trying to make, the Nasty Boys, as you know, originally scheduled here, and all of a sudden you guys come in on a pair of Harleys. I mean, this was a little unexpected. I didn't know anything about it.
Like I said, Mean Gene, we came where the competition was, and it's right here in WCW. Road Warriors, you haven't seen the last of us.
All right, Rick, I hope you're gathering yourself. You took a decent shot there.
Hey, we come here to wrestle, to do what we do best. What do? Bring something in the ring to hit me with it. What is that?
Well, I don't know what it is, but I'm certain it's something that is going to be addressed by officials here at World Championship Wrestling.
This ain't the end, Mean Gene. This ain't the end.
I got the feeling, indeed, it is not the end, and it certainly is not the end of WCW Monday Nitro. Stay tuned. We're going to be back here on TNT.
WCW Uncensored coming your way Sunday, March 24th, 7 o'clock Eastern, live and only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable company, because believe me, tonight and Nitro was just a taste, and I mean a taste, of what you're going to get at WCW Uncensored. Unauthorized, unavailable anywhere but on pay-per-view. And I'll tell you what, last year, Ric Flair showed up in a dress. This year, he's one of 4 men inside of a steel cage. Hogan is going to have to fight his way through the doomsday. This is something you've never seen before, a doomsday cage match. One man has to fight his way through 4 cages.
He answered the telegram. They sent him a letter. They sent him word. They wanted him. He accepted it. You make your bed, you lie in it, Hogan.
Well, just as long as it's one at a time, my friend, because I'm tired of the Dungeon of Doom ganging up on one guy. Have some pride.
Mongo, this is uncensored. Anything can happen, and it will.
Alex Wright here, the opponent for what was supposed to be a rematch with Johnny B. Bad. Evidently, Johnny B. Bad didn't feel up to it. We'll be talking more about that in a few moments as the new World Television Champion, as of this Saturday, makes his way to the ring. Lex Luger, who came to play where the big boys play, last Saturday night walked out with the World Television title. Now he is the proud, at least in his own mind, owner of 2 World Championships, and he won't be shy to tell you about it. Johnny B. Bad had a chance to not only talk the talk, but to walk the walk, make his way to the ring, and get the rematch, but instead he blamed a woman. We'll be talking more about that, but we do have the World Television title on the line right here on Nitro after this timeout.
Two for the price of one right here.
What a wild crowd. I love it.
Man, you see the size of Harlem Heat lately? They're huge, man. Good God. I know. I tell you, I'm sick of them, too. What did he say?
Oh, Johnny. I can't tell you, Johnny. I just can't tell you.
What do you say you and me joined the Shake Your Booty tour, huh? Hey, what's wrong? What's your side?
Big scoop. Really big
Better than the one you told me in the limo?
Really big.
We know how to get the dirt. Call 1-900-909-9900. $1.49 per minute. Kids get parents' permission before calling.
All right, we are back, and we are back live. WCW, where the big boys play and where the action is tonight. In case you just joined us, we opened up with the biggest man in the history of this sport. 7'4+, 440 some odd pounds. Him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan hammering away at each other in our opening contest. And then a big surprise appearance by the Steiner Brothers. What happened to the Nasty Boys? We hope to find out soon. But right now, you've got Lex Luger, the man who is the new World Television Champion, in there with Alex Wright, stepping in because evidently Johnny B. Bad could not hang where the big boys play. You know, he took the diamond cutter. He got beat by Lex Luger. I guess he figured enough was too much.
You know, Lex Luger, 1/2 of the World Tag Team Champions, also television champion. I'm not sure if anybody's ever held the tag team championship and the television champion here at WCW. If not, this is a first for this man right here. This gifted athlete, the total package.
Well, he's ducking the Road Warriors in this Chicago street fight, my
really
friend.
Think so?
But at least he had the guts to put the World Television title up, because this Wonder Kid, baby, he deserves a shot. He's a hard worker, and if Lex Luger takes him for granted, he might be leaving this building with the World Television title.
And I'll tell you what, you talk about the Chicago street fight coming up at WCW Uncensored. Let's not forget it was Lex Luger in his big mouth, so quick. Oh, nice head scissors takeover by Alex Wright. So quick to say, hey, yes, Sting and I, we'd love to get in the Chicago street fight. He didn't even know what it was. Now Sting is stuck in that match without a partner. Hopefully we'll find out this Saturday night on WCW Saturday Night who his partner is. High-risk maneuver there by Alex Wright, the Wonder Kid.
Who would want to be Sting's partner? Who would want to get involved in a Chicago street fight?
Certainly not Lex Luger.
Well, this late day, well, Lex Luger has his hands tied. He's given Jimmy Hart power of attorney. Jimmy does all the negotiations. Talk to him.
Yeah, another coincidence, I'm sure. Lex Luger in trouble here. Alex Wright.
Yes.
Oh! I told you, he's taking it for granted, baby, and that's when you get beat.
Well, that's the funny thing here right now at WCW. You can't take anybody for granted. I don't care who it is. If it's an Alex Wright, if it's you name it. It doesn't matter. You can't trust anybody. Anybody can upset you at any given time. The action's happening like that here. So fast and furious here.
Very determined look on the face of young Alex Wright, who is without question in there with a more experienced, more powerful ring veteran, and a man who clearly knows how to bend, stretch, and break every rule in the book. And then blame it on somebody else.
It's Jimmy Hart's fault. It's Sting's fault.
It's just a coincidence. Yeah. I didn't mean it.
I mean, you guys can make all the excuses you want. That man in that ring holds 2 titles. He's the total package. He's managed by Jimmy Hart. He's got everything in the world going for him. Everybody sounds to me like they're jealous.
Now, just a minute. I thought he'd have everything in the world going for him if you managed it.
I don't manage anybody. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Yeah, as far as
that's a stretch of the imagination. No offense. Put it down, Bobby. Put it down.
I wrote it down.
Still to come, 6-man main event action coming your way. A double strap match. Hulk Hogan, the immortal one, in there with the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the Booty Man, as he prepares to step into the ring with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and the Taskmaster. Make no mistake about it, Miss Elizabeth and woman will be at ringside along with a whole lot of lumberjacks, and that in itself ought to be very interesting.
Don't leave, don't touch that dial, don't move, don't go to the fridge, because this could break loose right now. They could start any time. Luger's taking it to this punk. He just knocked 3 zits off his cheek.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to hand it to Luger. He lifted that kid up over his head like as easy as I would Pepe, and then threw him up. There's no question that Lex Luger is the most powerful he's been in his entire career, and rightfully so. He better be in this class of athletes, the WCW, baby. Nowhere but.
180 cross body block, but this time Luger caught Alex Wright, set him up, and Alex Wright got nothing but a face full of turnbuckle. And now Lex Luger intimidating, frustrating, and embarrassing young Alex Wright. But one thing Luger should not do is turn his back on this young man. He is indeed a fine athlete, and as Steve, you pointed out, do not take him lightly, or it could be an upset victory. Lex Luger now looking very frustrated himself.
Thank you very much. I just got word from my assistant here that 2 of the Lumberjacks, one of the 2 of the 20 that will be around the ring, will be the Giant. He will be at ringside, and Loch Ness, that man that goes around 600 pounds.
Who approved that?
I don't know.
The executive committee? That would be a war. That would be a war. You cannot put those 2 guys at ringside.
They're going to be at ringside.
No, that can't happen.
And Loch Ness is very angry.
There is not enough security in the building. Alex Wright puts up a big boot, catches Lex Luger coming in. I am sorry, there is not enough security here.
Well, the word I get has been okay. There's going to be 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 pounds of WCW athletes around that ring. Lumberjack shirts, and the Loch Ness is there. The Giant is there. Who knows who else is going to be there?
Wait a minute, both of these guys, both of these monsters want a piece of Hulk Hogan. I mean, these two guys added up together are over half a ton of nuts.
Well, that's what Loch Ness is so mad about. He got kicked out of the cage, baby. So he's going to take it out on somebody.
Jump spin wheel kick by Alex Wright. 1, 2, and nearly a new world television champion. This one has got me nervous.
I don't see Sting anyplace, do you?
Sting is not, he's in California, he's in Los Angeles. There's this drop kick off the top turnbuckle. He could not be here tonight.
Well, if I was Sting, I'd be reevaluating my friendship.
There's Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart, get him out of there. And I wish he was here. I guarantee you Stinger's watching, and I want to hear Luger's excuse for this.
Well, Jimmy never went to the ring with Luger. Jimmy's a man that reacts. He's a reactionary person. Sometimes he just sees action, he has to go for it.
The cover, and I'll tell you what I'm reacting to. 6-man double strap match, Lumberjacks, the Giant, and Loch Ness at ringside. 1 and 2 of the Lumberjacks. I'm sorry.
Look at this. This is 2 matches tonight. He is interfering. I wish somebody would take care of that rat.
What's he upset about? Oh, like he's not upset about anything.
Well, he won the match. He's got the body. He's got 2 titles.
And we have got one heck of a matchup coming your way next. 6-man double strap Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, and the Booty Man to take on Flair, Sullivan, and Anderson. 25 Lumberjacks outside of the ring, including Loch Ness and the Giant. Oh, my God.
Something happening back there.
Welcome back. And we are coming to you live, a 6-man double strap Lumberjack match. That in and of itself, noteworthy. But we have been informed just a little while ago that 2 of the Lumberjacks at ringside are going to be none other than the Giant and Loch Ness, 2 men who have professed an extreme hatred for Hulk Hogan and everything he stands for. Over a half a ton of human beings with one agenda. That is to put Hogan and Savage and the Booty Man out. And I mean out.
Well, this match has got a little bit of everything, doesn't it? A little pulchritude, a little meat on the hoof, some leather straps. This has got it all.
Well, I hope Mr. and Mrs. Hogan, the parents of Hulk, are home watching this, because tonight, what's going to happen to your punk kid is something you should have done to him years ago, and that is whip the daylights out of him and teach him respect for people. Same to you, Macho Man, and same to you.
And they're about to make their entrance. Make no mistake about it. The world knows the power that is Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and the Booty Man as they make their way to the ring. They are live here tonight, and even though this is Flair country, look at the smiles on the faces. They are standing, they are ready, and we are off, and we are running. A capacity crowd on hand for this monstrous, mega power, no pun intended, main event. And right off the bat, the Giant going after Hulk Hogan. Loch Ness. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look at these 2 behemoths going at each other now.
Wait a minute. This, an unexpected turn of events at ringside. These 2 guys were out to get Hogan. One cheap shot, one mistake, and are after each other. And we are scrapping away.
Hogan's like a pirate on the main decks, giving Flair the cat o' nine tails, baby.
Shades of Mommy Dearest.
Hulk Hogan has got his hands wrapped. The bell, I'm not even sure if we heard the bell. Off comes the headband. The Giant and that monster Loch Ness still fighting a half a ton of hard-hitting iron. I don't know what happened to those 2 guys.
Well, Hogan ducked the strap. Loch Ness hit the Giant in the teeth with it, and he got mad about it.
Oh, he got mad, and I'll tell you what. Perhaps they were both wound a little too tight. The Nature Boy Ric Flair going after Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan now. We've seen it before. He rips off the shirt, and he goes after the World Heavyweight Champion, who backs up, takes an Irish whip into the ropes, and he gets hit hard by Hulk Hogan.
I take it tag team rules don't prevail here. It doesn't matter who's in, who's out.
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the battle going on inside of the ring, I wouldn't want to fall outside of the ring. These Lumberjacks are taking this seriously.
They're not waiting for somebody to fall out of the ring to strap them back up in it, baby. They're getting down each other.
Hulk Hogan now hammering away at a 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, as the crowd chants, and here she is again.
Who is she looking at?
Not trying to be bad, that's for sure.
She's not looking our way, not at me, like she used to.
Hey, last time, I think she's got a thing for the booty man. She's wearing white again.
That booty man may be sending his booty home in luggage, because they're going to whip him so bad he won't be able to sit down all the way home, wherever he's going.
Oh, did you see that? Running clothesline by Hulk Hogan as he takes the Nature Boy Ric Flair off his feet. The Macho Man Randy Savage in there.
Where's
Look at
Flair
this.
going?
Flair's trying to hit it. He's trying to get the heck out of here.
There's Animal. He's bringing him back.
Animal's going to make sure Flair finishes this match.
These guys are taking their lumberjack duties very, oh, man, maybe too seriously. The Macho Man Randy Savage, the Booty Man. Take the Taskmaster off his feet. Snapmare takeover, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Going after Arn Anderson. No love lost between these two. There's the U.S. Heavyweight Champion outside of the ring. Taskmaster, Arn Anderson get their bells rung inside of the ring by the Booty Man. Meantime, Hulk Hogan going after the Nature Boy Ric Flair, going after the Taskmaster. He has got his own agenda inside of that ring, and he is executing it well. Out goes Arn Anderson.
You know, I always went under the assumption that a strap match where you drag a man to all four corners to win it. But that's not happening here. They're just whipping each other so their backs look like road maps.
Well, there's a lot of bad feelings between these guys, and you knew it was going to erupt like this. Come on.
You know something, Mongo? There's a lot of bad feelings outside the ring, too, as bad as there is inside. That's why the Lumberjacks are there, to keep them in the ring.
Look at this. They're all turning on Hulk Hogan outside of the ring. These guys are not acting as Lumberjacks. They are acting as hired assassins as they try to choke out the immortal Hulk Hogan, the man who has to, and uncensored, fight his way through 4 cages. The Doomsday match, you have never seen anything like it. You will never see anything like it again. You will not see any portion of it on television. It is uncensored, unsanctioned, unauthorized. And it's coming to you at WCW Uncensored, exclusively on pay-per-view. Get them out of here. This is what I mean.
Look at this.
Just think about this, Bishop. This is censored. You got 20 guys out there with straps. You got 6 guys in the ring with straps, and it's censored. What is uncensored going to be like? You tell me.
Any doubt in anybody's mind why he is immortal? This is Hulk Hogan, a fired up Hulk Hogan that is not backing up from anybody.
He doesn't care who's in front of him, baby. He's just going to beat him and whip him.
Right in cell block 11. That's what we have here. The Booty Man up on that second rope, just pounding away.
Gotta admit, the Mega Powers are having their way with this thing, my friend.
Yeah, but it's early, and it's early. Just wait. There's just as much action outside that ring as there is in the ring.
Well, Kevin Sullivan does have a few of his Dungeon of Doom out there, baby, and don't think he didn't tell him to cause a little mayhem outside.
Hogan about ready to drag the World Heavyweight Champion around the ring.
By his neck. He's going to wrap that strap around his neck a couple of times like a top.
Come on, you piece of crap.
That's right, act like Judge Roy Bean, Lester the Pecos, and hang him high, Hulk.
Irish whip with a little help of the strap, and here he goes again. Little centrifugal force with the addition of that strap there. Hulk Hogan picks it up, and it looks to me like the Nature Boy Ric Flair is going to take the ride. But Ric Flair works his way up the strap and sticks the thumb to the eye of Hulk Hogan.
That bad eye of Hogan. He's still nursing that bad eye where he took that size 7 wedgie between his running lights.
And this is the Macho Man Randy Savage type of match. This is the kind of match where he shines. This guy, wound too tight most of the time, is at his peak when it's survival of the fittest.
And woman's at ringside, Elizabeth someplace. Look at Hogan. Look, he has gone nuts.
No mercy. No fear and no backing up.
That's right, baby. Wind that watch tight and let it run until it runs out.
There's not a man at ringside or a man at ring not going to feel this match.
There's a move from Hulk Hogan. Big leg drop. And Hulk Hogan, 1,
girls. Y'all might be backing the wrong horse.
Anybody that thought that Hogan was down and out better take a second look.
There he stands, Hogan's heroes. They're all surrounding him. He's whipped everybody in the ring, and he has just secured a win over the heavyweight champion of the world, Ric Flair. He had his cronies help him, but things will be different and uncensored.
And it's not over yet.
He's gonna chase them back in the bedroom, back into the locker room, and whip them till they get their clothes on.
The Booty Man taking control of the action here. I tell you what, this was non-stop action, beginning to end. And look at the Macho Man, Randy Savage. You think he's not thinking about Miss Elizabeth and the comments that she had not too long ago?
Look at these fans. There ain't none of them sat down since this match started, baby. What action?
Capacity crowd, they got their money's worth. Wow.
I don't know what's going on here. There's lumberjacks all over the place. Look at this. Hogan shoots in the heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. Drives that big boot size 14 right into his mush. Drops that big leg on him. And he goes for the cover after he whipped Flair. Drug him around that ring for the 1, for the 2, for the 3. There's the winner of the match. The so-called immortal Hulk Hogan.
Well, baby, he's back, and don't think he ain't gonna be world champion again, Weasel.
All right, it looks to me like Mean Gene Okerlund is standing by. Let's see what he's got.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready for all of this, but I tell you, this Lumberjack strap match, 6-man tag, everything that it promised to be. Kevin Sullivan, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair. Gentlemen, hey, what am I, chopped liver? Sullivan, come here. If this is any kind of an indication of what we're going to be seeing at Uncensored, there is going to be, well, there's going to be something to pay for.
Yeah, there's gonna be something to pay. Hogan, listen, you've had your day in court. You have to go through 4 cages. Never before seen in the history of wrestling. In the first cage, it's Earn. Second cage, it's myself and our reluctant partner, Lex Luger. But then you have to face the man that walks the line, that holds the belt. None other than the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair.
All right, as woman approaches the ring, Arn Anderson, we're talking about this sensational 3-tiered 4-cage match at Uncensored.
When you marry someone, the supposed answer that you tell God is till death do us part. Well, we've been married to you, Savage, and Hogan, and Big Brother Booty, you walked in for some 10 weeks now, and it's rocked back and forth. Now, nothing that happened here tonight even vaguely resembles professional wrestling. What you had was an uncensored little bitty piece. Well, Hogan, look in my eyes. Savage, I swear to God Almighty, this won't be over till death do us part.
You know, you're probably lucky that those Lumberjacks were out here tonight, because it looked to me like the Booty Man, Savage, and Hogan dominated that match from start to finish, Ric Flair.
You can beat up the Taskmaster. You can beat up Double A. You can whip the Nature Boy. But don't ever touch woman. Oh, Elizabeth. Hogan. Hogan.
This is in a cage. Hey, hey, hey. Get him.
Hogan, where are you? I want you. Savage. 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 Look what I've got. Savage. Come back out here. Savage.
You better watch out. You may be biting off a little bit more than you can chew.
Savage, he's got your woman.
Oh, please. This is getting very, very heavy.
Hogan! Savage! I got the whole world in my hands. Uncensored! You paid a price.
Thank you. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'll tell you what an explosive night it has been here on WCW Monday Nitro. Mongo, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Eric, let's get back to you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Chino, and I got to tell you what. Flair, Arn Anderson, Taskmaster had better be careful. They better be careful what they ask for because they may get it. They may get it tonight, and I guarantee you next week, what do you think Hogan's going to do? What do you think Savage is going to do when they get to uncensored? This thing is going to, I mean, we talk about wars and how hot things are going to be. Never have we seen anything like this, Mongo.
Well, I don't know what they're bragging about. They just got their tails whipped, and they should be slinking off with it between their legs. But here they are up there talking in the ring.
Well, you got 4 cages at uncensored. Hogan has to work through everyone. He is a marked man. Hulk Hogan,
No! We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We're out of time. Believe me, you want to be here next week. Forget about it, Flair. Forget about it.
And this is censored.
Is that what you're talking about?
Wow. Woo!